Wildlife in Snowdonia, here in the county of Meirioneth. Your postcard today. Well, we're in the glorious setting here of Snowdonia, Tom. Tell us the kind of environment we're in.
Well, we're very much in the western areas, of course, not too far away from the sea. It's almost within spitting distance here down in the river down below. But, you know, western oak woodlands, acid woodlands with, well, a great variety of wildlife in them. And, of course, being so western as well, we're blessed with a lovely moist climate, which is glorious for all sorts of lichens and mosses and ferns and so on, which are bedecking the trees all around us.
It is, and the most glorious colours. And, you know, I think a lot of people wouldn't realise when they get their moss for their hanging baskets how many different kinds there are. I mean, just standing here by this tree, I can see 3 or 4 different shapes and colours and varieties. And, you know, one that particularly interests me on that bit of bough there.
Oh, yeah.
That always looked to me as though it was rotten, and my mum always thought that was mould. What actually is that?
Well, this actually is a lichen, and it's a very lovely form which has conveniently come down from above for us to have a look at. And it's a Parmelia lichen, these foliose lichens like that. And people used to collect these in the old days for colouring wool.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a bit like dry paint, the way it goes when it sort of all dries out, doesn't it? What about here, Tom, which is what we recognise more, that plumptious cushion of green there?
Yeah, indeed. Well, that actually is a very lovely and flowing moss. It's like, you know, treacle flowing all over things. Like,
It is.
The thing is that it hasn't got an English or a Welsh name, only goes by the Latin, and that is Leucobrium glaucum. Yeah? Leucobrium glaucum. It shines, doesn't it? And it grows very commonly in this part of the world because the climate is just right for it, in fact.
And it's all up there as well?
Yeah, and the total mixture of things. In fact, there's such a variety of different mosses, it's unbelievable. You know, every area has got its own speciality in something or other. Go down to the chalk downlands and the lovely flowers and so on down there. But what we have, for example, is probably the biggest variety of mosses and lichens and ferns anywhere in the whole of northwestern Europe.
Oh, of Europe?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.